So they call it a Hitler rally. What are the facts around that?
It's so deranged. So what it was, the reason they bring this up so ominously, so in the 1930s, there were various groups that were like sympathetic toward, like there was, of course, people who wanted to stay out of World War II, but there were also people who were just more overtly sympathetic towards Hitler and Nazi Germany. The war hadn't started yet. I think there was one called the German-American Bund, and it was kind of pro-Nazi Germans. Anyway, this group held a pro-American rally at Madison Square Garden, but a lot of them were wearing like swastika armbands. There was a lot
now, mind you,
it was almost like
a Seinfeld episode mocked this. Do you remember that? Where Jerry and George, they steal somebody's limo, and it was O'Brien, and he was like this famous white supremacist going to Madison Square Garden. One of the funniest Seinfeld episodes ever.
And so it was like a kind of like a Groyper rally, but 1939 or whatever. And so they're basically saying like, wow, holding a large rally for politics stuff at Madison Square Garden. That's what the Nazis would do. Now, it's funny that they say this because here's a few things. One, FDR spoke at Madison Square Garden the following year. In 1962, JFK was at Madison Square Garden. It's where Marilyn Monroe did the happy birthday, Mr. President thing. LBJ closed his campaign, final big rally of his campaign, 18,000 people, Madison Square Garden, 1964. Nixon had a Halloween rally there, 1968. I guess they'll say that supports the Hitler thing, of course. But the DNC was at Madison Square Garden in 76. Carter, 1980. Carter, 1992. Bill Clinton and Al Gore. George Bush, with his running mate, a prominent Kamala Harris supporter, they used Madison Square Garden as their RNC base in 2004. It's genuinely deranged what they're doing. And now suddenly, Trump is Hitler for using it. And it gets even dumber because the Madison Square Garden they're talking about that had that rally wasn't the same Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it's a different location.
It's a different location. It's been in 3 different spots, and this is the 3rd location. It is more than a mile away from where the Nazi rally one was held. They just give it the same name. They're genuinely deranged people.
So the takeaway, though, I want to just say this was a remarkable show of force from President Trump in a typically blue area, but it's a way to get the media to cover it. So this is the 1-2 combo, and I got to give the Trump campaign credit here. This was very thoughtful. They said, okay, on Friday, and it ended up being posted a couple hours later, you do Joe Rogan. Sunday, you do Madison Square Garden. Was anybody talking about Kamala Harris this weekend?
Yes, because they were talking about the Houston rally where they had people
This
yelling.
was bad. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but if Donald Trump would have done this, or a Republican, there would have been rioting.
Like the crowd turns on Trump.
So this is just really quickly. So Kamala Harris invites Beyonce, apparently people like her, to go do some rally in Houston. So when you invite a musical singer like that, they say, come to a special that with Beyonce. It is largely inferred that she's going to perform. Because Beyonce, if I'm not mistaken, performed with Hillary Clinton back in 2016 with Jay-Z on stage in Philadelphia. That's just from the Charlie Kirk
performance
archives.
for the Obama inauguration.
Yeah. No, again, this is the Charlie Kirk archives. I'm thinking back. So Beyonce walks out there and gives a speech. And the people are like, why are you not singing? And mind you, they chose Houston because she recently had a country album and she's like in this whole kind of new...
Is she from there or...
She might be.
I can't remember.
She's legitimately talented. Not exactly my thing, but she has a new country album out, and she is from Houston.
Yep,
okay,
yep.
so it all makes sense. And the abortion stuff in Texas, whatever. So she shows up and she speaks, and the people are like, "Why are you not singing?" It's all deceptive. This is cut 23. Kamala Harris declaring war on her base. Play cut 23.
You could hear it there for a bit.
The media did not touch this.
Trump. You could hear some people yelling.
Yes, her fans trying to overcome the boos. I mean, the media didn't touch this.